at your phone. Oh, you can't turn your phone while recording? What?
Hello. How is everybody? I hope everybody is enjoying the rainy weather today. We are outside. My name's Brandon and this is Michelle. We own and operate Clinton Street Mercantile. Just wanted to hop on and thank the DSIC for letting us jump on their Facebook page and everybody that is going to be able to see this. Again, thank you to the DSIC for just everything they do in Schenectady and promoting the local businesses and everything that goes on down here. We just are going to give everybody a quick tour and kind of just tell everybody a few things about the Mercantile and then just kind of like our history and why we do what we do. And so just to kind of, so everybody knows, we are located on Clinton Street, downtown Schenectady. This is the building behind us. We are in the Fitzgerald building. And then, if you look, we are located just behind CEFQ, downtown Clinton Street off of State Street. So for those that don't know where we are, that's where we're located at. And
easy peasy.
But again, just thank everybody for hopping on and thank you to the DSIC for just letting us jump on their page and do a quick live in the shop. And so, but yeah, that's us. We are gonna walk towards the store.
Hang on one sec. Can you turn it this way so I can see what it does? Just wanna make sure it's recording right. It is? Okay. Oh gosh.
So hopefully we didn't just screw all that up. But yeah, we're gonna walk back to the shop, just kind of give everybody a quick tour as we just did that technical difficulty moment. But so basically what the Mercantile is we are a handmade store for local makers, mostly local. 90% of what we do is handmade in the shop. And we give everybody the opportunity to be able to sell the products that they make in a brick and mortar without having to get into their own shop. It's kind of like the step before they open up their own brick and mortar shop. So maybe they're making stuff in their basements, or they have done pop-up markets and they want to kind of take it further or take it to that next level. That is kind of what we are. We are considered a small business incubator, and our goal is to help people just grow their business and to be able to just do that, but in a retail setting. So we're gonna walk into the shop here where it's a little bit more quiet. So that's kind of like the basics of what we are. And we started it because my wife and I own a furniture painting and restoration business. And we kind of just got to a space where we were operating out of our house and we just needed to be able to do more and to do it differently. And to be in a shop, because people were constantly asking, where's your shop? And we didn't have that. And so we figured there has to be other people making things from their spaces that they just needed to be able to sell their products in a shop. And so that's kind of where we were birthed from. And just to talk about a few things that we have, I'm gonna let Michelle talk about. We have a curated box called the Merc Box, and I'll kind of let her explain that.
So in April, March-ish, I guess, right before the whole Corona mess, we launched a new product that we were kind of trying out here at the Merc, a subscription box basically, but you didn't have to have a subscription. So we're doing that every month at the Merc. And when I say the Merc, I kind of lump both locations into all of that, because the box is, it's goods from some of our makers, just some things that I buy that I think would be a good fit for a subscription box. So kind of how we do it differently is that you don't have to have a subscription for it. So a lot of subscription boxes you have to commit to, quarterly or yearly or monthly, and you have to pay a certain amount to have that subscription. So we just do it month to month. If you want it, great. If you don't, that's great too. There's no commitments, but every month. But we thought it was just kind of like a fun little way to get like a handful of goods from the Merc into people's hands. Hey, Amy. Oh, is it sideways?
Good looking out.
Yeah. So we thought the Merc Box was just a good way to kind of get goods into people's hands, maybe if you're not coming into the shop a lot or you're not super local, and because at the time we also were not doing things, we were not selling things online either. So the Merc Box is just a good little way, kind of like a fun way, just to buy a few things, and it's always discounted. So for instance, our April box was like $65 worth of product if you were just to buy those products at the store at retail price. But we gave everybody the box for $36.95. So it's kind of just a way to get some things at a discount without, coming to the shop, because you can order it online and we can ship it, all that kind of stuff. So, but one of the ways it works is that we let it go we put it up for pre-order to our mailing list. So for instance, April's box, or let's say May's box is available. The mailing list got an email around the beginning of April, and you had the option to pre-order May's box in that. And then that will ship out like the beginning of May, like by the first of the month. And then a limited quantity of the boxes will go available for everybody else around the beginning of May, once they start shipping for the pre-orders. So that's kind of how that works. And like I said, it'll be things like from Lark Street or things from Clinton Street, or some of it may even be things that you just can't buy at the Merc. It's only specifically for the box. So, and it'll always be a surprise. I might give like a theme, like May's box is like a floral theme, but that's all you get. You don't get details of what's in it specifically. So anyway, just a little fun little way to support the Merc if you need something like a gift, or just something for you, or sending, like somebody's in the hospital, whatever it is. It's just a fun little way to kind of get some things from the Merc. But hey, Ann.
Well, yeah, that's just a fun thing to have. I'm totally going to flip the camera around and give you guys a quick tour of the shop. And then also, if anything you see is something that you're interested in or you wanted to purchase, feel free to reach out to us via social media. You can reach out like through the website or even go online. Not everything we have in the shop is available online, but so if you don't find something, just feel free to email us or just connect with us. Clinton Street Mercantile on Facebook or on Instagram. Or like I said, email us. So which email is clintonstmercantile@gmail.com. So which you can get to from our website also, which is clintonstreetmercantile.com. So just to give everybody a quick tour of our store. This is kind of like a front entryway. Again, these are all goods that are available to purchase. We kind of just take a bunch of stuff from everybody's booths, create like a fun environment up front. Sometimes it's different. Christmas, we had a big Christmas scene.
And we have this front spot. Sorry, I'm like pointing things out. We had this front spot built specifically so that we could do different displays here all year long. So we had like this wall built, and then it divides the space down the center because the space it's a really large space. But we had this wall built right here because we thought it would be a good place for different store displays and different seasonal things and holiday displays, and just a way to kind of put different vendors' things on display periodically here. So that's what we do with that front space, which is, it's fun to change it out.
And it splits our store, so you can walk in and either go to the right or you can come in and go to the left, which we're going to go down to the left and just kind of do, like I said, a quick tour. So this is Rustic Peaks and Pine, and she does a lot of different wall art. She makes tables. She does a ton of custom work. This is kind of one of her like coffee table, entryway tables. But yeah, these are all wall hangings that she has. Also to the right here, we've got Paul, who does a ton of, he's a photographer, artist, he paints, does a lot of different things actually, but this is a booth that's Schenectady driven, and he's got a lot of different Schenectady art he's got little magnets to bookmarks, just framed pictures, And then some of his original art is here also, and illustrated art and just different things. And he is, just to give you a quick shot of his business, is PH Design and Photography. Great guy. He's also a vendor at one of our other location in Albany. And then to the left here, we've got So Hipster, which does a lot of woodworking, a ton of fun stuff. From
rustic home decor.
Very rustic. And you've got funky bottle openers that he does, just anything like cup holders, just honestly wall hangings. One of the pegboard games he created a metal spider. Again, just fun, different wall art, wall hangings, all the stuff that you found in your dryer. But yeah, just fun. The push pins, those are a fun thing too that he does and creates. Very creative guy. And then over here you've got, it's about Rudy and Jeanette, and it's about time. They do a lot of like vintage restoring and repurposing of different items. They deal with a lot of clocks and they make a lot of clocks. One of our more popular items that he does from here is he'll take a guitar, like an old guitar, and turn it into a clock, which he doesn't have any here right now, but that's a fan favorite. And they do a lot of these bracelets and just different items these are actually made from guitar strings. So for all your music lovers and people that want and enjoy that kind of stuff, like they can it's just a fun gift item. And then Leah, who is Sweet Sprig, she actually has done a ton of online sales and pulled a lot of product from the Mercantile to fulfill those orders, but she does handmade soaps and body lotions and body butters and things like that. Again, I've mentioned already, my wife and I did vintage painted furniture, so we are actually in the process of moving our booth around and creating a new space, and this is just some of the furniture and items that we are doing and have. So in the back corner here, you've got jewelry up here, EQ Wilbert, and you've got Maple Glen, who does maple syrup, and Crelo Art, which is Kristen, who does a ton of floral, just fun artwork that she has, and she's a super talented artist. And then I'm gonna let Michelle explain this booth here.
Pine Bush Creations. They are two wonderful ladies, Jill and Peggy, fairly new to the Merc within the last 6 months or so. And they are quilters, and they just make all kinds of stuff. They have quilts and blankets and bags and pot holders and trivets and baby teethers and blankets, and they also do honey as well, some local honey. They have like a family honey business, so they also sell their honey here.
Which I can speak to the bourbon barrel honey. It's actually pretty amazing. It's got a great flavor to it. And then as we kind of just walk around the Mercantile, there's some great architectural stuff here that as they started to uncover the building, you could obviously see the beams, the brickwork, that was all original, which we love. And so we were very excited to see some of that stuff as we were restoring the space. Back here, we've got a photographer, Chuck, who does a lot of different stuff. Great photographer if you're looking for somebody after we get through all this mess, but he does a great job at he does a ton of events, from weddings to graduation pictures, kind of all over. And so Lulu, who is a handmade bags, and she's hand sewn, great products, really good stuff actually. I don't carry bags, but she's got some great stuff. And before I kind of hit the corner there, we also have what we call a creative studio. So we do classes. A lot of our vendors will do workshops, and so they'll do things like jewelry making, paint and sips, just different stuff like that. But this space is also open to the public to lease, whether you have baby showers, kind of really anything. It's just, it's a great space to kind of do some of that stuff. You can kind of do a little bit of everything in there. And as we kind of turn this corner, we have a gentleman named Jeffrey, who is like a landscape photographer, does a lot of different items, great photos. He does a lot of his own framing, rustic looking wooden frames, does a great job. And then you've got Jen, who is one of our candle makers. some of the best candles around. Bittersweet Candle Company. Love Jen, love her fragrances. And she just does funky stuff. So bittersweet beer, I can get a little jar of beer there. And DM Home Crafts, who's one of our woodworkers, again, just does a lot of, they're great, John and Deb, great people, they get in the wood shop and they have a great time with that. So they do a good job. And then over here, you have Abb Designs. Great family, Tom and Allie. They do a lot of different stuff, a lot of different woodworking projects. They have these amazing shelves, which they also sell and hang. Just old rustic barn wood and piping. Funky tables. They have some great handmade Schenectady signs that they do also. A nice planter, cedar planters. It's almost that time of the year to start planting and doing stuff. So. And then here you have CR, Custom Woodworking by CR. And so again, they do a lot of wall hanging items. They also do some smaller things like cup mug holders. They've got tea light, candle tea lights, all of that fun kind of stuff. So one of my favorites we have here is Histos, local guy here in Schenectady, does a lot of cool flags. He's actually in the process of making some flags that actually in the stripes here, he gives the Pledge of Allegiance, which you can find on his social media and website. He's got a lot of great stuff. Definitely want to promote that. And then a great artist who does a lot of different type of stuff. He is super talented. One of my favorite things, he does a lot of these glass candle holders, like broken glass. Just fun stuff, but obviously has a lot of original artwork. He's a sculptor, so he works with a lot of different mediums. And then some tiny, tiny paintings, which are incredible too. Also, what we have, none of her stuff is here right now, is Bittersweet Candy, who has a shop on J Street also. Heather's a great lady. Does amazing chocolate. Some of her peppermint bark is amazing. One of my favorite things, my wife loves her chocolate covered Swedish fish, which is also a fan favorite. So we encourage everybody to check her out on J Street. A couple more, you've got Peister Street, who does, how would you describe?
It's precious metal clay jewelry, sterling silver, but she makes all those molds and
does her own molds and is creating her own looks and designs. Very beautiful jewelry. So if you're ever interested in that, it's great. So good stuff. This is our old family register that my wife's aunt that she found a long time ago. They let us have that as a display piece, which we love, obviously, because it's amazing. And then you have Sosa Designs, who does a second jewelry maker. She actually was from the Berkshires and had to move to like the main area, but she does a lot of great stuff. Beautiful jewelry. I'll get a little closer for you so you can kind of see some of her handiwork and her jewels. Good stuff. And then last but definitely not least is Inspired Wonderlust, who's Jamie. Great artist. She does a lot of hand woven stuff. She makes these blankets by hand, which is super cool. A lot of scarves, different items like that, hats, obviously. So yeah, that is our store in a nutshell, just to kind of give you a big overview of what the shop looks like, so you can kind of see it. Beautiful chandeliers. So again, that is our shop. We wanted to say thank you to everybody who supports local business and everybody who's just in the neighborhood supporting out here. We appreciate all that you do for just the community and everything. So again, thank you. Thank you to the SIC again for just the opportunity to share our store on the page. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email us, connect with us on social media, Clinton Street Mercantile. You can Google us. You'll be able to find everything, website, web store. All of our content is out there. So again, thank you guys. We appreciate the time. And
yeah, we are really looking forward to getting back here and opening back up and seeing all your faces again in person, and just we really just wanted to communicate that we're very thankful for you. You know, thank you for just supporting the Merc during this time. Even if you're not in a place to buy things, you know that your comments and your likes and your messages and, you know, all that stuff, we read it all, and we're checking all that stuff regularly, and we're, you know, staying as connected as we can. So make sure that you're following us on our pages, Clinton Street Mercantile, because we do go live every week from wherever. Sometimes we're at the store, sometimes we're at home, sometimes we're, you know, whatever we're doing, but we're trying to go live once a week just to kind of connect and, you know, just check in with everybody. So, but thank you guys. Thank you for hanging in there, and we can't wait to get back here and get going here again. So hopefully very soon. Hi, Jim. Yeah, and we'll see you guys all back here very, very soon. But I guess that's about it. We did the tour, and we got
the only other thing I would mention is, if you do know people that are makers that want to kind of take that next step, send them to our website. We've got an application online. When we do, we're hopefully that the economy opens back up, and we can open back up in May and kind of just pick back up and take off running. So if you know people that are interested in potentially having a retail store without all the overhead,
or if that's you,
or if it is you, send them our way, and we can kind of talk to them, and we'll go from there. But again, thank you to everybody that hopped on and says hi, and comments, and thank you to the SIC, and we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.